you?
Well, in a lot of places, and it's now, I'm reasonably sure in Rome too, that the place where the Pope lives,
Yes.
there's not half the pigeons that you would expect.
I wonder why.
A lot of places, the South Coast, when you go to fish and chip shops, they say don't feed the pigeons.
Yeah.
The pigeons are nasty birds.
And they're dumb.
Flying rats.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have pestilence and everything. Hopeless.
Yeah. I like these birds. These birds are really nice because they're not.
They're cute.
Yeah, and they're not too afraid.
Oh, well, they wouldn't want to be afraid.
If you come in, they don't fly around and bat on the window in panic. They just hop out again. Cyril? Hello, Cyril.
What are they called? Does anybody know?
Yes, yellow-beaked cardinals.
Yellow-beaked cardinals.
Yeah.
Cardinals, of course.
Oh, because of the red head.
Because of the red head, yeah. Well, maybe it's orange-beaked, but that's what the fellow at the parks told me. When we went to the City of Refuge. Hello, Cyril. Wow.
Ptolemy's as a fact.
Hello, Cyril. Hello, lovey.
God, I remember that father of. What was that?
Why don't you go and sit on the other side of the chair, you silly bird? I
Sorry.
shouldn't have said that, should I?
What was the name of that friend of Johnny that was in the
Here, our whole David's Hotel. Very nice. They got the seafood buffet. You better starve for a week. Then you come over here and attack. And nothing but seafood. You name it, it's here. Do I see anybody running for a bus? I saw, and I'm out of here. See, this way they cannot say, no, she never come. If they cannot hear my Wahanui translation, big mountain, something is wrong with these people.
That's the one to remember. What was that? Wahanui. Yeah. My big mountain.
This is not a good bitch day. You should not go to the beach today. You will not get a tan. You may freeze your buns off in the water, but you will not get another buyout. No, act you Filipino, or don't talk to the hand. Oh, I can't deal with this. Oh, when I used to drive, we used to get in so much fight. Big time. And they voted for that Filipino governor.
Ik heb een glas moeten doen voordat ik keek.
Oh, ja.
How do that?
En maar pas is het niet zo erg. Zo in de shoppingcentrum.
Denk je, Theeltje, denk je dat ze ons af kan zetten vlak bij die Chinees?
Ja?
Ja, can you ask?
What, Tata? What you doing?
Where we were.
Ja, dat is gewoon net
What is
zo.
She
crying?
doesn't jump past the Chinees. You can't get any closer.
White Sands, Magic Sands, Disappearing Sandwich coming up.
Right.
Yeah.
If it's really high waves, I mean, this place is jamming. But it's what? There goes, Hiroshi, that's there. Okay, see? Well, mine now, jump wave. What? Small. Is that towels and sheets? Chaveta. The Palace Grounds is after the ABC store in the corner. It's on Aliki Drive. You can't miss it, trust me. Choke kids. And what is that? What is that?
Sister, how are you?
What is that? What?
That's illegal parking. How far can go?
All the way.
I can go all the way
All
through?
the way. You gotta wait in line, that's why. Later, take a Richie.
This song, part of the song is one of my grandfather's favorite songs. So this is like a medley of songs that talk about the things that are beautiful on a big island, like rain,
This one guy, Jeff Dietrich.
Automobile, shoe along and along, go over my scholar, go front, come back, and the street car, bang, 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 and the little Jeep, big, 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 and the chance to go choo-choo. Oh, in the body, oh, in the air, go and get it, what air, go over in the air, like you're in the air. Oh, in the body, oh, in the air, go and get it, what air, go over in the air, like you're in the air. You know I'm not happy. I know I need the one. You know I'm not happy. I know I need the one.
Why not?
Because that song, Don't Feel My Ball in My Clothes.
That where the white clouds are is where the lava enters the ocean. But we'll get closer to it.
Theo, you said that would be a nice name for a song.
I don't remember what that was.
Something like Boys in the Pocket or Don't Feel My Pocket.
Yeah, don't feel
Very close to the water now. I think we're about to come to a dead end. What did you say? I think we're about to come to a dead end. See what these road signs say. Reduce speed. I can do that. The newest land on earth, they say. This is what we're looking at. This is the lava flow of, I think, 1993. That's the plume of the lava going into the sea.
This is the windbreak. 12 years of tertiary education and I'm a windbreak.
And you can see
and what we call the Earth Party. There he is, brave traveller. Completely out of focus, or is that just me? Ah, no, I don't think it's me. It's the camera. It's completely out of focus, isn't it? Oh well. Oh, I see. I bet you it's been adjusted for my father's eyes. Anyway, this is the intrepid man going on his way. I had enough? This is the lava that was there before the other stuff flew over the top. You can see the darker material is the stuff that came over the top 15 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago. 3 years ago, they said. Okay, that's all right. You can see the gases come out of there. It looks a bit like bushfire, but it isn't. It is gases coming out of the earth. And you're not supposed to go there if you want to live.
So I pull over? It's gone dead. It's gone dead. Oh, maybe it comes. Well, there's a car behind me who wants to.
Oh, I want the lens cap off.
That's why it's dead.
No, no smiling.
Now that we have the lens cap off,
It's not dead anymore.
no, it's alright. The best of us do that. I spent 2 hours bolting a very expensive camera to a 100-inch telescope at great expense to the taxpayer. And we pointed the telescope up and we saw nothing. And we checked the cables and we checked the power and we checked the computer. And then some smart Alex said, "Did we take the lens cap off?"
Who was that?
It was Lewis. And indeed.
He's no longer amongst the living.
We very carefully bolted the telescope.
That's where the lava came off the hill, see that?
Yeah.
That's why we're filming this, while Theo tells the story. Here's the lava flow coming off the hill, crossing the road. The road's been reconstructed. See that? Isn't it amazing? There's the road going up the mountain. We'll soon be driving there, in the lava flow.
Unless, of course, I for me to stop.
But here it went blub 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 as well. Oh, look at that.
We have a special sound effects team with us today. Are we ready? 2, 3. Blub 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 blub.
The sound of lava.
Blub 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 blub.
Then one more. Wipe the windows, yes, good boy.
Wipe the windows, drive the car, stop here, drive the car. Brake punch. See? Not easy.
Oh shit, I wasn't filming.
We have to do the whole slugs and malaria routine.
Yeah. Go ahead. To the slugs and the malaria.
It's very beautiful.
Full of snakes, slugs,
Ticks.
malaria.
spiders.
Men with
Spiders?
poking spears
yeah.
up your bum.
Small men with spears.
That's the end of the tunnel.
These boats are rocking up and down. This
Which
is what we
boats are
call
they?
Après volcano.
Après volcano, yeah.
Look at these boats rock up and down.
Yeah, that's why I'm not so keen on them. There's hardly anybody on board
Sally
too, I
wasn't
think.
so good this morning either, huh? I was a bit, I have to really look at the horizon. But it went away.
Just in the car.
Yeah, but that was not the
People swimming with the manta rays.
all those
That's what's happening there. But you see the green light on the water there. That's where the rays are supposed to be. But apparently they can't find any because they keep switching the light around. And here is the moon. Where? There. Behind the palm leaves.
We now get the moon, what do we?
Yeah.
And you two have now had actually 6 weeks of, packing with this and that and nothing, no routine. Just break you up.
Where is? I was looking for Orion. This is our room.
It only takes a couple of
I'm
hours.
filming it to finish the battery. We've just come back from visiting the volcano, as you've seen. It's a room. We have 2 of those chairs, but Mum here is sitting in one of them, drinking a G&T. Theo is also there, but he's in the dark. And you can see we have a nice big bed and a nice table with everything on it. That's the movie they made yesterday on the boat. And here now we walk to the bathroom. I have to show you the bathroom. Yes, here it is. The gin on the bathroom. That's the standard position. And here's the toilet with the water pool in it. We shouldn't. It's a very dangerous toilet. If you pee too much and you're sitting on it, you are going to have trouble. And that is myself with the phone camera. Well, that's eigenlijk wel een aardig picture. Can you look back? Then we can see your beautiful face. With the Asahi. Asahi!
This is what we call an Hawaiian table.
Yeah.
There are no tables in Hawaii that sit straight.
Well, there are no tables.
So what does this table do?
They tell a story with their legs.
It wobbles.
Yeah, it wobbles.
Does the hula.
It does the same as
Actually,
many
we're on a
tables
ship.
in Sydney do.
It's the ground that's moving. The table is sitting still.
Yeah.
Ah.
So you have to find something to put under the table. Ga je er allemaal rotzooi opnemen?
Do they have a card of this?
I'm sure we get one somewhere.
I don't know. I haven't seen one. Oh, yeah. No. No? Have you looked yet? That's what you get in my head.
What would you have now?
Mag ik er even hier houden? Sorry. Ik heb het voor pen hoor.
Mum? Where's Mum gone?
She's gone to the shop.
Oh.
Have a look at the shop.
We're here to see the spinning dolphins. They're not here
No
to see
dolphins
us.
to be seen. I can do my dolphin impression.
Yeah, do your dolphin impression.
Well, I've forgotten how to blow water out of the back of my neck.
Wait a minute, I have to set it on backlight. Now you do the dolphin.
Well, it's not much of a dolphin impression, really. Spinning dolphin.
The spinning dolphin.
Apparently, without any human intervention of any kind, this is where they come.
Okay, guys, dalani udaunu amina meola pau pode auni uo kuma iana te atua. The sea, the sky, the land, and the living things of the island world were created by the gods. At one time, this island and its neighbors were voiceless. No one was here to laugh, shout, or sing. The nearest people lived on specks of land to the south, over the horizon. One day, my ancestors left the southern islands. I don't know why. Maybe there were too many people for the land. Maybe they set out to find a place where they could do things their way. It was a long voyage, and many died. The double canoes were tossed like leaves on the shaky sea. Paddlers died of thirst on the hot, still days. The voyagers had pigs, dogs, chickens, and useful plants on board, but they used them sparingly, fearfully. What if they ate all their supplies and then sighted land? Away! Better to die at sea than to find a barren land and have no life to bring to it. With the help of the gods and goddesses, my ancestors reached these shores alive. They and the life they brought with them are my inheritance.
Oh, very good. Just what we always wanted.
When the ruling chief traveled, men went before him sounding the kapu, the tabu. Everyone else got out of the road, ran and hid, or just fell with their faces to the ground when they heard the sound of the conch. The chiefs were descended from the gods.
It's funny if you look in history.
Ready for number 3?
You. Yes?
Refuge. Our wise gods caused the ancient rulers to set aside pieces of ground as sanctuaries. They were few and far between. But if you broke the law and reached the place of refuge, no harm could come to you. The priests of the refuge purified you, and you returned home again, all in a matter of hours, if you made it. In times of war, if you couldn't fight, you went into the place of refuge. If you fought and lost, getting to the refuge would save you. Battles were short, so you would only be there a few days. The refuge was not pleasant, but it kept you alive. And then Captain Cook came, and others after him, and ours was no longer an island world. Changes came faster and faster. Kamehameha I united the islands for the first time in our long history. Kamehameha II saw his world changing, and he destroyed the religion. With the religion went the kapu, the temples, and the refuges. The ancient problems are still with us, how to get along with each other, and how to use the world wisely.
Wisely.
House models. These models represent the different types of houses and show how they were built. The larger structure is the type used by the high chiefs, and the smaller is the kind used by the commoners for storage. Ohia, wood, was used for the framework. Ti, leaves, and pili, grass, were used for thatching.
Number 3.
Yeah? Konane. This stone was specially made so that you can sit and play a game of konane, an old Hawaiian checker game, and still played by many. Rules of the game are available at the Visitor Centre information counter. Again.
Oh,
Again.
how lovely.
Hale o Temple, reconstructed. The original Hale o Keawe served as a temple mausoleum and housed the bones of 23 chiefs. It is believed that the mana, spiritual power, in the chief's bones gave additional protection to the place of refuge. The little wooden door at the ground level is the only opening into this reconstruction. Food offerings were placed in the lele, raised platform.
Okay. Number 9, 10.
Pu'uhonua.
Pu'uhonua.
That means man with big dick.
Now that you have entered the refuge area, what do you think it would be like to live here? To this sacred place came women and children, the aged and the maimed, fleeing the ravages of battle.
His face is not very happy, is it?
Defeated warriors and kapu breakers came seeking refuge. If you had broken a kapu, you would probably have had to swim from across the bay to get here. Once inside the Pu'uhonua, you would have been absolved by the kahuna pule, the priest, and released, perhaps within a few hours, and free to resume a normal life outside the refuge walls. The people in the Pu'uhonua obtained food from the tide pools. Look into them to see the many types of aquatic life.
They have to live here and eat shellfish.
Yeah, well, they were...
Are secure.
Okay, well, this is where you have to use your imagination. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is what you're supposed to see. It says, petroglyph. There is a picture carved in the rock here. Can you find it? Perhaps it is the work of one who lived and served the kahuna pule within these walls, a kapu breaker, or one escaping the fury of battle. Now we go and have a look and see if you can
Perhaps
see it.
it's this, perhaps...
It took us about 10 minutes to find him. And I was the one that found him.
Oh, yeah.
Because, yeah. Everybody was saying...
Perhaps it was...
We're looking at the pool and there's a little round thing with a fish in it, and at the moment I can't see it.
And perhaps the fish were put here by ancient natives.
Yes.
Perhaps the king did this.
Perhaps this was the very fish that the king wanted.
Perhaps they make it all up as they go along.
But it is interesting. It is very interesting. Everywhere you have these little circles with one fish in it.
Yeah, come in my circle.
Get out of my
That's
circle.
where the expression circle of friends comes from.
Get out of my circle.
This one's trying to sneak in.
These the little grey ones trying to...
Sneak in that circle. Is anyone...
It's a beautiful dugout canoe.
Halal.
Hello.
A frame structure such as these were used as work sheds and for storage. We hope you have enjoyed your visit. Be careful of loose rock on your way back to the visitor centre. Mahalo, Anui Loa.
Anui Loa to you too.
Mahalo.
Mahalo.
Mahalo head.
And this is the shed that we say goodbye to as we say farewell.
Farewell.
And if we look up, we see where they dry their marijuana.
Bye bye. We say farewell to Mum too.
Say farewell to Mum.
Taking
Aloha.
Aloha. Mahalo.
and Iki. There must be a word with Iki in it.
Mahalo Nui.
Pupu. We went up to the volcano yesterday.
Yeah, I was there yesterday, I think, for a while. Did you go out to the lava flow?
Yeah.
Did you hike all the way out there?
No. We hiked a little way up. But it was pissing down rain by the time.
Yeah, it looks like almost insane to hike out there, especially in the dark. You know?
Absolutely, in the dark. People do it in the dark.
I know. I considered it for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought, you know.
No.
Although it would have been totally cool to see the lava.
Yeah, it would have been,
so
but
cool.
then it wouldn't have been so cool.
Remember when it goes from one to
But
Yeah, the dates are different, aren't they?
I think it's summer it's 10 and winter it's 8 and then in between.
Romantic view from balcony.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yay!
Yay. We're watching for the green flash.
Yeah. When the sun goes down,
The tide goes down. People gather round and they all begin to shout.
Hey, hey, Uncle Fudd,
It's a trick to beat your feet on the Mississippi mud. What a dance do they do? Lordy, how I'm telling you. They don't need no band. They keep time by clapping their hand. Just happy as a cow, chewing on the cud when the people beat the feet on the Mississippi mud.
And come to the green light. We can't see the green light.
after the sun goes down.
And here we
Goes quite
go.
quickly, sir.
Yes,
Goes
really
more
quick.
quickly than I would think.
1 degree every 4 minutes, so the sun is half a
There's
degree
volcano glowing red.
across. Sun's half a degree across, so it takes 2 minutes.
Here we go.
Here we go. Green flash, green flash.
Ah.
No.
Did the flash maar uit?
No.
Wait,
No
Follow
green
it.
flash.
Wait for
it.
Sun comes up.
it's a myth, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's not true.
this is not true.
No green flash maar uit.
Oh,
By the way, the
there's too many
sun
clouds in
doesn't
the sky.
sink. We're... You're awful. Put it away. Put it away.
Put it away, Edward.
We
Put it
don't
away.
want to see it out again this period.
Plectrum, leave orifice alone.
I hope everybody
Peters
notices
in your
that the
boil.
Coca-Cola thing is for me.
Has matron seen those boils? This is why I have glasses now, so I can do this to my students.
Yeah, he's done that. You got it now?
Yep.
Should I do my David Attenborough impersonation?
Yeah, do.
No.
Can't see the stupid thing now.
Here he is.
They eat the plankton by rolling up on the tunnels. You can see it because they're all white.
It's still visible?
Yep. Where's his fin?
They hold their mouths open and they're stuck
It disappears out of my field of view.
Clap.
Yeah, I saw that flap.
And if we look, ladies and gentlemen, oh, you can see his mouth now.
Chicago.
Well, most recently from Los Angeles. Yeah, it was Australian originally. Then 5 years ago, just moved to Los Angeles.
That's right, big difference
Yeah.
between there and humidity during the summer.
Does it?
Half humid. Either half humid or
Cold and wet.
yeah.
Did you get there this winter?
It was very mild. It was El Nino.
That's, was it wet?
No, not really at all.
Well, I was just reading in Time. A lot of the states are wild, we're in a wet but mild winter. Makes them more pollen. Some of the states, the pollen season's already started. People would just go away.
Picks him up all right, but I don't know how much you can see of the underwater bit.
We won't know till you see it in colour, I think.
Yeah.
That's the best place.
Yeah.
Fine pollen stuff. There's not much grass here. No, she's poor girl. She grew up here and lived here till she was 30.
I was thinking about that.
For 2 years now.
You can see his mouth now very clearly.
At least we can.
Yeah, well, I can see it in the camera now.
And they're white underneath.
It's a shame. It's people watching.
Yeah.
My husband's here. He's their favourite people watching as well.
Yes, I'm in. Welcome.